Clearly this is a new Volt from the proportions. Even some of the stats are similar. On closer examination, it turns out to be a Toyota. A good-looking one. A Prius, actually. Where did this design come from? Let's take a quick look at the Prius backstory. Gen 1 was an econobox sedan most people didn't pay any attention to, but it got the ball rolling. Gen 2 was a turning point. It took on a unique hatchback design. Often compared to a triggerfish, its roof peak over the driver was unusual for the time. Gen 3 took that roof peak further back and added sharper lines. I like this one personally. Gen 4 went for a bold design, possibly trying to capture eyeballs again. This was a controversial design and would see tweaks with the Prime version and a refresh later in life. So what's new with Gen 5? Well, it's 2 inches lower, an inch wider, and 2 inches longer. This, combined with much bigger wheels, give the new Prius a much sportier appearance. Almost Chevy Volt-like, you could say. The Volt Gen 1 was what Chevy came out with after showing a fantastic-looking show car. If you forget about that and just focus on its own merits, the Volt was a good half-electric, half-gas option. The downsides were only 4 seats and required premium gas in its 9-gallon tank. Gen 2 fixed these issues and updated the style to better match the rest of Chevy's line, but it lost most of its personality in the process. Gen 3, well, that never happened. But if it had, I can imagine it would look a lot like the new Prius. Perhaps with the Volt gone, Toyota saw a chance to use the Prius name recognition and fill the sporty coupe-like hatch slot left by the Volt. It also seems the Prius team may have pulled from other notable rivals. The large wheels on thin profile tires is what BMW did in the i3 to gain range. And the clean, refined style looks almost like the conversion the Honda Insight made from Gen 2 to Gen 3, going from a Prius copycat to a sleek, grown-up alternative to the Civic. The interior is much improved, with a lower, sportier seating position. The gauge cluster has been moved from the center as tradition in previous Priuses to well in front of the driver, BZ4X style. I like this approach and hope it works well, instead of having both a gauge cluster behind the wheel and a heads-up display. This is meant to serve the purpose of both. It's still a hatch, just like generations 2 through 4 of the Prius, but it looks to be less useful overall in favor of more style. I think I'm okay with that. What do you think? Could the new Prius pass for a Volt Gen 3 or even an Insight Gen 4? Do you love or hate the new design? Let us know in the comments below.